gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of three heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed, their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Ving is half-elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your Game Master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me, as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hello, everybody.
Playing Ving, the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Good day.
And playing Fat Billy, the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
Hello.
When last we left our heroes, they were deep in the mental subconscious of Fat Billy, the Halfling Thief. In Billy's dream, the party was accosted by for a short time, invisible and hard to pin down creature that Tuck used his ability to dissociate from any situation, anywhere, anytime, to discover the presence of what is known as an anerophage, a half-physical, half-mental creature that consumes the dreams of the people that it inhabits. To escape the flooding and the anerophage, Billy used escape route to turn the dreamscape into a muddy slide that he effortlessly coasted down. Tuck attempted to effortlessly coast down this slide as well, landing on his face at a dead stop until Ving rode him like a skateboard down the hill.
Sick.
Well, surely a tried and tested escape tactic for the party.
Kickflipped him through the backstage area and directly into Ving's
Did a manual on his face.
Yeah. Right into Ving's dream, which took place high in a tree canopy, and featured his mother, Ileana, observing a wide and far-reaching spider web, the nodes of which created the night sky and constellations. And as she touched the spider's web, she was being cautioned against it by a dream version of hummingbird that she batted away. But every step she took, every touch she made on the web, alerted the great spider that lurked in the canopy above. From this, we gleaned the fact that Ileana must have known about the Gibbous Man during her time on this earthly plane, and may have conceived Ving as a method of protecting the knowledge of the druids for future generations.
That was so cool.
It was pretty sick. And during this, Billy and Tuck attempted to keep the anerophage at bay, ending with Billy entering the fairy world via shadow dance to negotiate with the anerophage to leave them alone in exchange for fully consuming Tuck's cataclysm dream, which is a pretty powerful negotiation tactic.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Getting what the party wanted and having a temporary ally, or at least a truce, a ceasefire with the anerophage, they carried on to Tuck's cataclysm dream, which Tuck got to see the entirety of for the very first time.
And the last time. Yeah.
Oh man, the dream is gone.
Yeah.
That's such a huge consequence.
I think we also established that the side effect of this is that Tuck just doesn't dream anymore.
Oh,
right.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was what I think Perel suggested, was that if this works this way, then you just will never dream again. Oof. Tuck carried on up the hill alone, following his dream self, while Ving and Billy stayed behind. Billy sending up the Bill-o'-the-Wisp, the light cat, to give Tuck some companionship on his way, and Ving throwing a heart-shaped rock at him as Tuck crested the hill himself, and for the very first time was able to see the figure which lurks beneath the tree at the top of the hill in his dream, finding Fathom Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, with his sunstone eye and his red tracksuit, which is an interesting thing because that means that in the dream is a modern version of Fathom.
Yeah.
One that Tuck doesn't have knowledge of.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was surprised and impressed by the tracksuit.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you get that on Temu?
And what Tuck observed from there was his dream self approaching Fathom and the two of them just laying into each other.
Yeah.
A very brutal fight, which ended with Tuck losing an eye before Fathom snaps Larry, Terry, and Chad, taking the broken axe and smashing an obsidian coin with it. And during the fight, Tuck in the real world was taking very serious real damage.
Yeah. I took 10 points of damage.
Oh, good God.
Armor defeating.
Yeah, a lot of damage. But the coin then consumed the dream, landing in the backstage area, which was consumed by the Onerophage. The dream ended, and the party returned to the waking world, finding themselves in a very stressful ER situation as Morris and Pharrell were just certain that the three of you were going to die. But that is where we find our heroes now. Are we coming to right in the middle of this situation, or are we jumping forward a little bit? Maybe we've got you all have the foil emergency blankets around your shoulders.
Yeah.
Hot cocoa.
We're all drinking cocoa.
Yeah, we're roasting marshmallows in the fireplace.
Yes.
Nice. Vig's made a little mini foil hat.
Yeah.
like a sailor's hat out of foil.
You think it looks like a sailor's hat. You look like one of those crazy guys.
Yeah. Good luck getting into my mind, Gibbous man.
A Nerophage.
Stay away from me, GM.
It's keeping the Anerophage out, you think?
Yeah.
Funny.
And Perel's flipping through a book and he's like, I actually think that since the egg was in your mind, that if you keep the foil on, it might actually keep the
Smacks
Onerophage
the book out of his hand.
Okay, all right. Well,
That's the problem, man. You're one of them, man. What's in this cocoa, man?
By the way, I have 6 hit points. So everyone,
okay.
every
We're
time,
going to take a rest today.
Every time
for
we've
sure.
tried to make camp, we've ended up because we got into the dream thing because Jessica was like, I have an idea for a way that we can earn back our hit points while also getting information. And we were like, that's a great idea, Jessica. Let's do it. And then
You're decimated. I'm like, that's not.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I threw dream rocks at you. I'm so sorry.
That's what did it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I guess what I'm wondering is what now? What is the point we find the heroes at?
yeah, Tuck has some questions
Yes.
that he wants answered. So Tuck he's been furiously drawing on a giant pad, and then he turns around and you see what looks like a child's drawing of Fathom, and he's like, this is what he looked like for some reason. He was wearing this sick tracksuit, and he had this awesome braid through his hair.
And a lot of detail in the crotch.
There's very prominent bulge.
It looks like
So
it's
much shading.
looks like it's straining against the fabric.
Why is there only chiaroscuro here?
Am I in love with
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird that because this is not how I remember Fathom.
Yeah, so Perel's like making notes on a little notepad that he has.
What are you writing down?
Oh, I don't want to say.
Let me see that.
It's just a drawing.
It's a better drawing of Fathom.
Yeah, but the bulge is even more prominent in this one.
So much hotter.
Detailed.
You can see his abs straining against the fabric of his tracksuit.
Yeah, the tracksuit is open and
Like an early
blowing in the wind.
Yeah,
totally.
like an
Oh,
early
nice.
2000s R&B music video. Yeah,
So cool.
yeah.
Morris is also drawn.
They're drawing each other now.
All right, everyone just stop drawing for a second.
Morris
I'm
has
pretty
got
left out.
Morris has got a plate of mashed potatoes in front of him, and he's holding his hands up on either side, and the potatoes are kind of morphing into a dick. You can see them folding themselves into a statue of
Cock
Fathom.
encounters of the third kind.
This Fathom guy is sounding pretty cool.
Now Perel's getting jealous.
Perel sees that. He's like, all right, everybody stop. Okay, so what? That's troubling. Wolf, I wouldn't burden yourself with trying to think about what that might mean.
The other thing that was weird was that the dream got sucked into an obsidian coin.
I mean, that could be weird, or it could just be a dream construct. Could be something that you've been thinking about because you have experience with the coins. So that it could just be part of the subconscious.
You guys can talk to Aquaria, right?
Yes. Yeah. And Morris goes, why? Why? What have you heard?
What?
You haven't been in our workshop, have you?
No? What?
And Perel like puts a hand on Morris's shoulder. It's not important. It's
we
not
look at
important.
each other and run for the workshop.
Yeah. No. I push Morris to the ground. Can I roll?
You do not have to roll to push Morris to the ground. No.
Don't roll because if you're
going to get experience and you're going to level up too fast. There is no reason.
Snake Eyes.
Yeah, great. Well, it's too bad that you didn't say what move you were using. So
it was a 6 and a 5. I succeeded.
Awesome.
I think Morris does at one point. Like as Tuck starts running away, he throws his hand out and the floor just like jerks back under Tuck's feet.
Tuck tripped like one of those toddlers that runs too fast, but he gets up so quickly he keeps running.
Just a full body slam. Yeah, you don't like this is definitely something that the consequences of you failing or succeeding do not matter.
It's such a good success. I get out of the living room before everyone else and I close the door and I wedge in with the axe.
Ving jumps into the umbrella holder, which is a chute into the other room. It comes up. Thump.
How does Billy get in this?
He gets a spoon, he starts digging at the door. Let me in.
The fabric wall is tearing.
Yeah. And he's shoving his face through like, please, I also want to look.
His little hands are coming like under the crack of the door.
He's swiping under the door. Like a cat.
And Morris and Perel start banging on the door from the other side.
Yeah.
No, don't. It's not ready. It's not ready.
I grab Billy and I try and pull him under the seat of the door.
Ving unlocks the door and opens the door.
So you burst into Perel and Morris's workshop.
It's huge.
I think it's the same workshop that we did the volcano stuff in. It's like that huge room that has all their all their thaumaturgical
a wall full
equipment.
of blue ribbons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Other champion volcanoes.
I imagine it as like a huge warehouse, like an airplane hangar almost.
I wouldn't say that big, but we're in the same realm.
Okay.
It's quite large.
In the middle distance, you see a 20-foot tall volcano.
It's not ready.
Half finished, yeah.
It looks like the arc reactor from Iron Man. There's a bunch of pages with little clipboards like around it doing readings.
Like if the arc reactor was made out of paper mache.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Exactly. Yeah. So actually, when you get into the room and Morris and Perel stop each other and they're like, wait, they don't know what they're looking for.
Things like,
and and Billy, you totally can roll.
I want to discern realities.
I guess it discern realities, yeah.
9.
Oh.
Yeah.
8.
Okay. And that's, the sniffing is Ving aiding.
I got 7.
Okay, so that
Sweet.
makes it a 10. 3 questions.
What here is not what it appears to be?
Okay. So, I mean, that answers the question right off the bat, really, is you're looking around, you're like, okay, all right, here's a bunch of crap.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like looking at Morris and Perel as their eyes dart around.
Yeah.
You're like, what are they freaking out at when I get close to it?
I'm like doing the like the hot cold game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And you get close to something and you see their eyes start widening. And you get closer to it and their eyes are bugging out of their heads.
They're fucking terrible
They're
poker
so
players.
bad at this game.
But it looks like a wireframe like dress form kind of.
Mm.
Oh.
Like it's like a torso shape and then there are some there are unfinished limbs and then there's a place that looks like it's going to be a head at some point, but it's made of like thin brass and copper,
Whoa.
like not wire, it's thicker than that. It's more like thin bars that create this like cage shape almost, and then there's like a housing in the chest.
Are you guys making a maquette to put Aquaria in so she can walk and talk around?
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Oh, so cool.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell us?
Well, because we're not sure it's going to work. It will work. My designs always work.
Hmm.
We just don't know how the moss is going to react to it. So we didn't want to get anybody's hopes up.
Oh, yeah. And then Tuck is looking at the female form they've constructed.
Abdul picked up dice for this.
Can I roll to see how big the tits are on this thing?
No.
There's still questions left. There's two
There are
questions.
2 questions
we can ask.
left.
Go for it.
How big are the tits?
That was hard to say the T word, wasn't it?
I should say it is a pretty androgynous body. It's pretty
I
neutral.
thought he was going to say ample.
They
Start-
are fucking fat. No, it's like a pretty neutral human form, but it's unfinished. Like one of the legs is like mid shin, the other's like mid thigh, and then there's like one finished arm and one is like barely started. And the head is not complete yet either.
Cool.
What should I be on the lookout for? The tits question didn't count.
It did
Okay,
count.
it did
Sorry,
count.
you only get one. You only have one question left.
Fair.
How are you going to get Aquaria here?
Well, Morris at this point he walks over to a table nearby and he picks up the little glass housing that Ving had the ball of moss in.
Oh.
We're not going to get her here, but she'll be able to act through this. Yeah, with Morris's mechanical know-how, Aquaria's connection to the moss and her understanding of how it works biologically and chemically, and my observance, we've been able to work on what we think will be a way for Aquaria to move around in the outside world a little bit.
Cool.
Is the automaton or whatever like a clockwork person kind of thing?
What we think is going to happen is the moss, Aquaria thinks that she can exert the right influence through it, and I've sort of, through transmutation, chemically prepared the body that the moss should be able to form around it and create a sort of moss-like body.
Okay.
That then it uses the structural integrity of the frame.
Cool.
Yeah.
Building a girlfriend. I've
Well-
done that. Cuts back to Tuck being 13.
I thought we were going to cut back to the gourd.
The butternut squash.
It is a butternut squash also.
It's another butternut squash.
Slash pocket pussy.
Just carving a hole out of it.
Yeah, it's the same thing if you work hard enough.
Putting it in the microwave.
Yeah. You got to watch out for the seeds. Those are big seeds. Yeah, I guess we're in a situation where you could keep looking around the workshop for other stuff, or you could learn more about Aquaria's situation or about the automaton frame.
The question that I was going to ask before we came in here was if you guys can talk to Aquaria through that moss, can we ask her a question? Because when we talked to her, she said that I was touched by the darkness, and I don't know what that means. It seems relevant now.
Our concern is that even communicating through the moss is quite draining for Aquaria.
Mm-hmm.
And with everything that's going on in the Sea of Graves right now, the connection is also difficult to maintain.
What's going on in the Sea of Graves?
Well, the storm is out of control, and it's disrupting her ability to communicate.
Is she safe?
For now, the tower she's in is wardstone, so she should be safer than most.
Oh. Did we even talk about the vision when you did the communion of whispers in the
in the
mason
jar?
That was the episode that just came out.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys haven't talked about it.
No.
Well, actually, you guys watched it happen, and then you went, whoa.
Sick.
Sick.
Yeah, it was
So
like a
I've been trying to
cartoon.
figure out my dream.
Right, yeah, we didn't talk about that at
You
all.
didn't address it at all.
Yeah.
But Chimes created the Sea of Graves
Mm-hmm.
1,000 or more years
Right,
ago.
and he fought the Gibbous Man.
And he
Right.
fought the Gibbous Man, and he tricked Mother Neverwas, stole her ink, got her to teach him the secrets of the runes, and then betrayed her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a way that we could communicate with Chimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if we got Chimes there, we could all huddle.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you just need to get to the ocean.
Do I still have the bookworm? Could I send it to him?
I think you do have a bookworm.
You do have a bookworm.
Yeah.
How far away are we from the ocean?
Pretty far.
Mhm.
Can we send a message through? Can I commune with the Thunderbirds to get a message to
Oh.
Chimes, perhaps, and do their best?
Potentially,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a good
And
idea.
then he can come to us when he gets the message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be probably faster than the moth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thunderbirds are way faster than bookworms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers taught us anything,
Yeah.
it's that
It
the
goes-
eagles are faster.
Yeah. It goes
Butterfly.
Hobbit, moth, bird in terms of speed.
Moth is faster than hobbits.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're tiny little legs.
They only eat
The
once
moth
a
is
day.
Flying everywhere.
Yeah.
The eagles only
Flapping
show up
around.
at the end.
Yeah. I don't even think you need to really, you can just communicate with Cloudpiercer, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I marked him.
Yeah. Long ago. And he's got the little amulet thing.
Yeah, I gave
Yeah.
him that, right?
Mhm.
What if we set up a fun seance while we do all this?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Just for fun.
Yeah.
Funsies.
Yeah.
Billy says that.
Well, it'll, like Morrison Pearl said, the storm makes communication of this kind more difficult for people.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe you do need to. Yeah, you try.
Maybe I try.
You
Maybe it's just
try,
like-
and it's like.
Because it's always been so easy.
Bing. Gale. Annoying.
Oh, wrong channel.
So yeah, you're like, oh, it's not connecting. Maybe you need to do something to reinforce the spiritual connection.
Would this count to roll my what the bones know for later on at the end of the day?
Yeah, sure. You haven't rolled it for yet.
Can you read that move? Because you've never used it. So
I'm
it's good.
going to use my new move, What the Bones Know. Roll a d6 at the end of the day and hold that roll for the next day to replace a roll.
Yeah. So it's if you've ever played D&D, I realized afterwards I basically stole it from that. But Ving's prescient nature now with his knowledge of the patterns of the world allows him to predict how he will act in a certain situation later in the day.
Okay, great. I got a 4.
Okay, so remember that 4. Everyone's sitting in a circle, cross-legged. Morris and Perel are here too. Victor is padding around the outside, very confused.
This is kind of like what Cartwin did when she sent us into the spirit realm.
Oh yeah, might be
Oh,
connected to
yeah.
that sort of thing. Yeah.
Like ghost root?
Oh
Yeah.
maybe need a little ghost route.
And like, we need someone to undulate and let their like
Morris.
Oh, my
sexy
God.
sash drop down.
Morris and Pearl start fighting over who gets to be that person.
Remember how horny we got at Sean's?
Yeah, I hated it.
You kept making it so sexy though.
Yeah.
I was just describing it. You were finding it sexy.
What? No, you were like, her robe slips off. I was like,
I didn't
whoa,
say
this is a
that. You
porno
did.
now.
Did I?
Because
Yeah.
you needed to reveal the pin.
Oh, yes. Oh, and it was clothing underneath. It wasn't her naked shoulder.
Well,
You
we
didn't tell
don't
us about
know
the clothing
that.
until afterwards.
You weren't there.
It was
You were on a commune in California.
growing weed.
I was also horny at the time.
Because you were fucking your cousin.
We were not fucking.
That's why he was horny.
He was just shooting ropes in the weed fields at the end of the day.
But
what
oh,
they
the
ever saw.
harvest was great.
Best we ever saw.
Paul, this leaf kind of looks like you. So weird. Okay, so everybody's sitting in a circle. Victor's walking around the outside going, "What are you doing?
We're having a seance.
Why am I not in the circle? Make room. I wish to be in the circle."
He does the thing that dogs do where
Yeah.
he just comes in and then puts his back legs on your lap as you're sitting on the ground.
Forcing the circle to be much larger.
Tuck has to like lean around. He's on Tuck's lap.
Yes, make room.
Okay.
Your circle is now stronger.
Your asshole is like on my leg.
It is the strongest asshole.
It's so hot. It's like the heat is radiating off of it.
Do we need to express it again? Oh God.
No,
No,
not
please.
again.
Flashback to the one time we had to
Express his glands.
anal glands.
Yes, I feel myself become stronger. Every expression makes me more powerful.
Oh my God.
And
Next time you have to express yourself.
And Perel's standing nearby like, make sure you get it all in the jar.
He's keeping it.
It's very valuable. I don't want you to ask me how I know this, but the anal secretions of a lyre wolf are very potent.
Oh, I hate it.
What a great show we have.
It's a great show.
Greatest episode of all time. But do we need ghost root before we do any of this?
I mean, I have druidic lore. When you consult the trove of ancient knowledge within you to examine the
Oh,
events
yeah.
of the world, roll plus wisdom.
Okay.
That kind of counts as a seance.
I guess
I would
so.
say,
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
So, like, we just sit in a circle. Billy tries to form everyone into basically a fairy ring.
Mhm.
So he's like, this is how
Oh.
magic happens, you guys.
So
Cool.
that's cool.
That's
so you're
fun.
making like a physical ring with like Ving in the middle,
Mhm.
but everyone else is forming it around Ving.
Yeah, Victor also wants to be in the middle, but I
Yeah.
say no.
Right. That makes sense because Ghost Root was like kind of like the way that we pierced into the spirit realm, but
Yeah.
Ving is a constant conduit into it.
Mhm.
So we don't need the Ghost Root.
Mhm.
So Billy's fairy ring, even if he's not necessarily meaning it to do this, because he's like, this is how you do magic.
Yeah.
But it's like focusing, like it's keeping out interference.
It's like a satellite dish.
yeah, totally. That's cool. So I guess Billy's got a roll.
Oh, sure.
Fairy ring.
8.
8,
Yeah,
great. So that
so-
means that it is
It
successful.
it just requires my constant attention, which
Yeah.
is fine.
So Billy's like pushing everybody, like move, touch, here, hold your hands.
Yeah. My constant attention is I'm sitting in the circle, but I keep peeking my eye open. I'm like, everyone else, keep your eyes closed.
They're open.
Morris.
I want to see the magic happen.
You have to feel it.
Okay, I'll use Druidic Lore. Roll plus Wisdom. 7. I'd like to use a roll and replace my 1 with a 4.
Wait, hold. Is your wisdom not +3?
Yeah, so that's a 10 anyway.
But you did burn the 4. You changed it from a 10 to a 13.
Which is a way better roll numerically.
How does it feel when Ving is reaching out to Cloud
with
Piercer?
the fairy circle and everybody around, like the satellite dish, like it's like everybody's knowledge coming from. So I get like weird ancient Perel and more stuff. Lyre, like ancient Lyre. The old stories of them chasing the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I get everything from everybody.
It's like
Nothing from Tuck. There's like a blank spot.
It's like a dead space.
Yeah, it's a dead space. He's like the 00 on a roulette board.
It's almost like I'm eating information.
Or it's just
With like a
tit.
Yeah.
Tits.
You just hear the word tits over and over again.
Not even see a picture of boobs.
No.
Just the word tits.
Tits. And then you see him readjust. He's like, God, his asshole's so hot.
And you make a connection.
Okay, on a 10 plus, the GM will ask you a question about the subject. Whatever you say is true.
You make the connection.
Yeah.
Ving, it is I, Cloud Piercer.
Where are you? How are you?
I am high above the principalities, waging war with the forces of Thronebreaker's flock.
Your wings are so strong and your mind is so true.
The war has forged me into a weapon of the natural world. I am the wind's blade.
You are the point of lightning that strikes the earth.
I am the piercer of clouds. What do you require of me? And he like dives and does a spin.
And Ving, like, his stomach jumps like when you're on a roller coaster and he's like, in it. Whoa.
Yeah.
You see his hair flutter a little bit.
Oh, his hair's like lifting up in the wind.
I need you to get a message to the one they call Chimes.
Ah, the sailor. Yes.
The stepfather.
Ah.
Of our group.
The stepfather of storms and seas.
The
preferred
uncle of the
waves. Big Daddy Sailor himself.
Yes, I will. What message do you wish me to convey?
We need of you.
Very well. This message I will convey. Ving,
Yes,
are you safe?
I'm safe for now.
How goes your quest?
The quest goes all over the place. It's really muddled at times. And it's very tangential.
Do you need to reestablish what your quest is with me? Would it help you if you told me what you think the quest is right now?
Not at all. I will not out myself in such a circle. For my knowledge.
We can all hear what he's going on.
One eye peeks open and Billy yells at him.
Yeah. Stop it. Focus.
No, the quest is clear for all of us. Well, why don't you just tell me anyway?
You're asking Cloud Piercer?
I shall tell you. Why don't you tell me what you think the quest is?
I don't know what your quest is, Ving. I have my own quest. Defeating Thronebreaker. That is my quest.
Working towards the bigger quest, which affects us all.
Yes.
To take down the Gizbis man. to chop him down where he stands. To stop him from distorting the knowledge of the world.
And
Getting so warm.
you're so close.
Yeah.
And how is it that you plan on doing that in the most end of the road way?
Well, I think that our friend Chimes is a bit of a fighter for him. Against him.
You have no idea.
I forget right now.
Is it the high spear?
Yeah.
He's going to, I thought that was just a middle quest.
I mean, it's your most direct thing right now.
Oh,
is to get Morrison Perel to the high
Mm.
spear, so you guys can go and try and fight the Firefields.
So right now he's fighting over the principalities. What do you see of the high spear? What is there now?
Allow me to cast my eagle eyes far and wide, and you feel his eyes widen as he looks around. What does Cloud Piercer see from where he is that gives you information on
How close the Gibbous man is to the spear?
or what your next steps could be?
Yeah. Like, how close is he? He's moving in.
Not close. So
Because isn't there already the bandwidth of the high spear is already shrinking?
it is shrinking.
Yes.
But it's coming from like beyond McCall and beyond Penusia.
Yes,
Mhm.
like the far-reaching corners of the world have started to lose the effects of the high spear.
Like Turvor, where Aquaria and
Yes.
that one husky chef
Oleg or whatever?
Yeah,
are from. Like it no longer interprets out there.
yeah, and also past McCall in like the lands of the horse tribes, like those have probably fallen as well.
Yeah, those are already the dominion of the Gibbous Man, we assume, because
Yeah.
like the map, Morris's map couldn't
Mhm.
couldn't see them.
Mm-hmm.
And we also know that the princeps of the higher Firefields Principality
Mhm.
are the Gibbous Man's agents. He incited them to go to war with the High Spear.
Which interestingly suggests that there's some reason the Gibbous Man couldn't just do this himself. He
Mhm.
needed to incite this war so he could get closer to his goal, but for some reason he cannot do it.
Oh, shit. The reason why he put Nathaniel underneath the heart tree was he couldn't get into the great forest while the knowledge trees were still
So
healthy.
he can't get into the into the high spear while the high spear is communicating. Is it like
It might be that.
these epicenters of great power and knowledge and
Yeah.
understanding, like that he wants to distort? They refuse him entry.
The High Spear might have a similar effect to the knowledge trees, where because it is like
An
it's all about
epicenter.
an epicenter of understanding and knowledge and
Mhm.
translation,
Yeah.
that it rebuffs his
Yeah.
influence
Yeah.
naturally.
He also couldn't enter Allwater's caverns.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like places of power, whether spiritual or magical,
Hmm.
keep him at bay somehow.
And we were also going to use the High Spear to try and like bring the wizards back too.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was Morrison Perel's idea, was if we get there, then we might be able to find some way to break whatever's keeping them out.
Mm.
But your guys' job is basically drop them off on the bus route, which is, you guys are sharing an Uber basically.
Mhm.
Morrison Perel are getting out at High Spear, and then you guys are going to the war front. Because Nathaniel, I think, was like, if you stop the Firefields,
Yeah.
then you will really fuck up the Gibbous Man.
So that's why that was the plan.
Yeah.
So what does
maybe-
Cloudpiercer see in
And
this?
how many princeps are there? Did we establish?
There are two.
There's only two.
There's only two. The Firefields Principality has two
Yeah.
rulers. They're brothers.
And they still rule?
Yeah.
They do still
Oh.
rule. Yeah.
Do they like each other? We haven't established that.
I think we established that they're lovers.
The brothers?
Brother lovers?
We actually don't know anything, and I mean anything,
Yeah.
about the political figures of the principalities. We know zero because your guys' adventures have had nothing to do with the political
Well, we
structures.
only look for mayors. Like, we're only working on municipal level.
Yeah. Because that's where you can affect the most change. Yeah.
We're on the ground heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grassroots, yeah.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
show up at High Spear. We're like, take us to your mayor.
Oh.
Just a gun. Take us to the mayor right now.
It's like, this is kind of a big city. We kind of don't have one
I am
mayor.
the mayor.
Yeah, we're fine.
You can't be the mayor. Where's your hat?
We have kind of a bureaucratic council. It's like,
Take us to that, then.
Oh my God, they have like 100 mayors.
To the barbecue council.
So powerful.
and they're all in charge of not the whole thing, but like one
Oh,
aspect.
you just do trash?
I do recycling.
What the fuck? Yeah, there are 5 principalities. So I guess there's 6 princeps. And they all have relationships and shit. And it's just never come up.
Cloudpiercer shows that one of the princeps is on the front. And he's
Oh,
leading
yes.
the front.
There
Oh,
is
cool.
And you actually
on the front.
you
He's
nailed
fighting.
it. There is a brother. One of the brothers is the warrior. Like he leads his men from the front.
And there's one other brother that will never go near the front. And that's a point of contention between them.
You fucking nailed how I was imagining these guys.
Sick.
There's like
Fun.
there's the politician and there's the warrior.
Yeah. And he can kind of see like there's some hidden events happening from the brother
Yeah.
on the back line.
Oh, interesting. Like he's doing some stuff
Yeah.
at home that the brother on the front
There's-
doesn't know.
Distrust sowing between the two princeps.
Oh, yeah.
Cloudpiercer sees with his incredible Thunderbird vision, like the brother fighting from the front, the warrior, and in his hands he wields a black bladed sword,
Oh, obsidian?
just a black blade.
Black Blade.
No
what
way
does he look like?
I saw him with red hair.
Ooh.
Okay. Red hair.
Firefields, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, they're kind of like Celtic.
The Celtic, beautiful ginger, red hair.
Dark skin,
Ooh,
red hair.
Very tanned.
Yeah.
Yes. Very dark.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So red hair, powerful build, armor,
Mm-hmm.
metal armor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Black-
forged.
Black.
Ooh,
Black.
Oh,
Yeah.
black metal armor, black bladed sword. He's got like a family suit of armor, basically.
I like that it's cast iron, just really thin. And
That's
it's just like
cool.
jacked.
Just
and, like,
huge
clang,
iron
clang.
metal.
I
Yeah.
like
It's been
that a lot.
fighting with
Yeah.
iron armor. He's so jacked.
Yeah.
You gotta be strong to wear that armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
heavy.
He's got like a warhammer that's like huge.
Mhm,
Oh
mhm.
wait, you said
he has a
sword.
black bladed sword.
Yeah.
But I think he used to fight with a hammer.
Uh-huh.
But recently he's been fighting with this black bladed sword.
Maybe it's like a thing of because like the Firefields Principality, they're like the engineers.
Yeah.
Like that's where Black Glass is. They make like automatons and robots and stuff.
Mhm.
So it could be like that. Traditionally, the leader of the Firefields Principality
Oh.
fights with a hammer
Yeah.
to honor like their blacksmithing traditions.
Mhm. That's really cool.
I
Yeah.
like that. He has a big hammer on his chest.
Yeah.
Emblem.
Oh, that his emblem is a hammer.
Yes.
That's really cool.
like his banners are like red with a black hammer on them.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
fucking
cool.
sick. I just like the idea that because like leaders have, especially warriors have like their nicknames,
Mhm.
and I think his is Black Hammer.
Oh, cool.
Black hammer is so cool.
Are there mechs in the ranks
Yeah.
around him? Cool.
I don't think there are people in them. I think they are full on automatons.
Okay.
And they're less common. It's like one automaton for every like 100 foot soldiers.
so it's like
But
you
they're-
have.
It's like the tree feller.
Yeah.
Ooh, but I like the thought that they're like the front of the line.
Yes.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they're the shock troops. Like you send in a few of these big robots, and it scares the shit out of people.
And they have like crossbows, but like spring loaded, and they shoot little bullets. Like it's almost
Yeah.
like in a bullet, but
Mhm.
Totally,
not
yeah.
a full gun.
Mhm.
And you have like a column of men behind each of them. Like there for each battalion, there is
Yeah.
like one of these massive mechs.
And you've got like the war engineers who are like clearly there to maintain these giant robots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're warrior mechanics.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, and they're
like
cool.
we have
They've
the
got, like,
warrior
They got
librarians,
big wrenches and
Oh,
like
yeah.
goggles, and they just are like beating people with wrenches.
and then
Cool.
like fixing shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We can't keep talking about this.
Oh,
I'll
the
talk about it
oiler?
for the rest of the
The
day.
guy who has the oil, he has oil tanks, and then like he's
Oh.
like greasing up and lubing,
Ooh.
and you have to do on big machinery. You have to,
Yeah.
Right.
and then once in a while, like somebody come over and he'll like crack a match out his chin and then light his oil and
Oh,
use it
and
as a
j-
flamethrower.
Oh, so
Sick.
This
sick.
is sick. We're just describing a battle now.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. So what are
Cloud Piercer's just like hovering, like, whoa.
this is pretty sick thing.
Can you see this?
This is pretty cool. So what are the
I
forces?
wish I could DVR this thing says.
So I think what I said is the High Spear and the Riverway principalities have like come together to try and hold back the Firefields.
Okay.
What do their forces look like? Do we need to get into this?
Yes.
Yes.
I gotta see it.
I mean, the High Spears, of course, they have a lot of spearmen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fight
Like,
with spears.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet they have long range, like, what do you call them?
Catapulty things.
Arrow people in the mountains, like on
Oh.
the lids of
Yeah,
the
like
spear.
snipers.
Oh, maybe they're mechanized. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, ballistas. Yeah, they have a lot of like ballistas firing from the back ranks.
Yeah, trying
Yeah.
to fell like one of the like automatons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And I think their disadvantage is that the Firefields are much more mechanically advanced than they are. So
Right.
they're like just throwing masses of foot soldiers at these things.
and maybe they're lighter and like they're more nimble. Like a river finds the way. You know what I mean?
Totally,
like they
yeah.
kind of the what do you call it? Fencing to the broadsword.
yeah,
sort of thing.
totally, like skirmishers and some
Yeah.
cavalry.
That
Yeah.
makes sense because the High Spear historically was like a bureaucratic center. So they're doing like intelligence missions probably mostly. And then, yeah, the Riverways are all like fishermen and stuff.
Yeah,
So it's like guerrilla forces probably.
yeah. The Riverways, they sent people, but like infrastructure wise, they're the least developed out of probably all of the principalities.
Yeah.
So they're sending like militias
So-
full of just regular people.
They're losing.
Yeah,
but, like
they're losing.
slower than they thought.
I think that's the thing that Cloudpiercer sees is they are holding the Firefields back for now, but they will lose.
They'll run out of people.
Yeah. I will pass on your message to the one they call Chimes.
Thank you so much.
It has been a while since I have last lain eyes upon Chimes, but from what I have heard, his battle on the Sea of Graves is fraught. He works to contain the storm, but he is only one man. Though a powerful man he be.
Thing feels the guilt of the storm starter. Thank you. Please stay safe.
You stay safe as well, Ving.
If in any way when we arrive we can help, I'll reach out.
Your aid would be greatly appreciated, but your quest is important. And just so we're 100% clear, what's the quest?
You gotta stop that gibbous man from disrupting all the knowledge.
And then you hear Perel go, "Oh, you got his name right this time. That's good."
And the connection, you feel the connection falter and end. And you are back in the circle.
I love you.
I love you as well, Ving.
Oh, you can still hear me. Okay.
What if it's Gale who yells it?
I love you too, Ving.
Damn it. No. Well, you know what, Gale?
I'm just glad that we're finally saying it in front of other people.
And it's so loud that the rest of us are like, ah!
Break the circle, break the circle.
And you're back in the fanny pack.
That was a lot.
What do we do?
We gotta continue on our quest, of
We
course.
do.
Jess, you forgot the quest, maybe?
I certainly did not
And the quest is, as we all know, Jessica, take it away.
get to the mall
The mall.
to do.
Sales and stuff.
Yeah.
To be clear, the city with the mall in it,
Yeah.
not the mall itself.
Spear. I thought we were going to the mall. All right. Yep. We're going near the mall.
The High Spear is above the mall, though, right?
Not directly.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fun.
High Spear is a city that has a mall in it.
Okay. Well,
We all pictured it on the... I
Yeah.
thought we were all going to the mall.
Yeah.
Is the High Spear
let's
on-
do you guys still
Wait.
want to go if the High Spear is not above?
Why would I go there if I can't also go the water slide?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's a Cinnabon in the mall. Is there a Cinnabon kiosk near the High Spear, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
There's a Cinnabon in the mall.
I'm going to take that as a no. There is not a
Okay, yeah.
Cinnabon at the High Spear, so.
Well, let's go to the mall.
Just think it's 3 against 1. The quest can be whatever we say.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to be clear that, as established, the High Spear is not directly above the mall. It's on a mountainside over the city. Remember?
Fair.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so we're going to
I guess-
High Spear.
Yeah, we're going to the mountain then.
We were originally going to do that through the riverways, right? But like now it's scary.
We had originally had a plan to use the cover of Mother Never Was
Mhm.
to get there.
Right.
Then the other potential that we learned in your dream was that there are tunnels underneath the entirety of the principalities
Mhm.
that water is running through, which is another way to disguise ourselves from the gibbous man.
But she could be in there.
She could be, she will probably be in there,
We'll
yeah.
be there. Yeah.
At
So-
least her watchers will be.
It feels like we kind of have to deal with her either way.
Yeah.
And maybe, okay, this is a big swing, but maybe, do you guys think we could convince her to help us? I know she's scary.
I mean, she does have a vendetta out against Chimes. She hates Chimes so much.
Yes.
We could convince her some way that helping this situation is bad for him.
Hmm.
She's got skin in the game that she probably doesn't want the world destroyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What's her connection to the gibbous man?
He's scared of her.
Unknown.
That's it. We don't know.
Yeah, we
don't
just know
what
that the gibbous man is afraid of Mother Never Was.
Is there any way we could get the ink that Chime stole back to her? Like maybe that could be.
Yep.
You'd have to give up all of the runes on his body.
I don't
which-
know if he could or would do that.
It's what
Oh,
is
yeah.
keeping him alive, I think.
It would kill him for sure. Well, I mean,
Oh.
I say that not knowing for
it
sure.
would at least kill the god in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd just be a man.
And then the storm would take over.
Maybe.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all great ideas.
So what are we trying to do this episode? We have to rest because your hit points are
We need
6.
3 days of rest,
Right.
too. We
Yeah.
got a full rest.
Yeah.
We did, yeah.
We
both.
can definitely skip forward 3 days.
Okay.
That will just mean that
Sure.
3 days
Sean,
passes.
What about the hilarious minutia that happens in the 3
Yeah.
days?
It's so funny.
What if we made tits or dicks jokes?
I mean, we can do 3 days, but we can do it like we did, like the library episodes where it's like you each have 3 days. Well, who, depending on who needs to rest, seriously needs to rest. Tuck is fucked.
I'm fine.
Okay. Then we'll just skip that. Tuck won't heal or get rid of any debilities.
No.
I was going to say, I don't have any debilities anymore because the dream being gone gets rid of my wisdom debility.
Does it?
Yeah, that was the whole point. The
Oh, yeah, I guess
Neurophage
so, yeah.
ate it.
Right.
But you still need to get your hit points.
I have 6 left.
You do still need to recover. I should say. I should exert my authority a little bit.
I vote
Yeah.
we
You don't just get to
recover.
decide that. Yeah, recover's great.
Vote,
So-
recover.
Recover. Oh, Abdul aggressively put his arms down.
Abdul's arms are straining at how far they're going down.
I'll go. I'll recover.
Oh, we bullied you. I'm sorry.
No. I'm way too high status to be bullied.
Yeah, you're right. You are the self-proclaimed richest member of the podcast.
In saying that he cannot be bullied, he actually bullied us in his
Yes.
explanation of why
Whoa.
he can't be bullied.
Oh, I get it. I get how you see us.
The
What?
pores that do your podcast for you.
Sorry, what you guys say to me does not impact me in any way. I don't think that.
You're talking to Jessica at her most politically active. She's furious. Yeah, so now the reason for your debility is gone. I believe you still need to recover from the debility. It doesn't just disappear.
Okay.
So that'd be 3 days. This means that if we take 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
Tuck will be doing nothing but resting and talking to people, but nothing high stress or high effort.
Oh my God, so annoying.
All right.
Let's do it.
What if we
Let's do
just
it.
give him more of the liquid?
I do have oil of
Secretly.
Taggart.
Yeah, just put him out.
Just knock them out.
Just drug him.
Yeah, we're doing like breakfast for dinner buffet.
Yeah, of
And like
course.
Billy like spikes all the pancakes.
That's funny.
and you're like, pancakes.
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 I had a vision of Ving putting oil of Taggart on the bottom of a cast iron frying pan and then hitting him on the
That's so good.
I've got the perfect idea.
You guys do both of those things, but Tuck eats like 40 pancakes and is still fine. And he's like,
What the fuck?
I'm getting kind of sleepy a little bit. Are you guys getting sleepy?
You
from
hear
eating
that?
too?
Clang, clang, clang.
He's too strong.
He's too strong to sleep. Yeah, I guess you guys tranquilize him. He sleeps.
The only way is to keep him knocked out for 3 days.
Yeah.
I order Victor to like lay on Tuck to be cozy.
Because
Yeah.
I will do this thing because I also want to sleep for 3 days.
For some reason, my asshole must be on something.
Ever since I have not been sitting on him, my asshole has been too cold. I must warm it. And he just presses it right against Tuck's chest while he's asleep.
against the obsidian coins.
Yeah. I did not know what my asshole was missing, and now I do. Okay, so Tuck, after 3 days, will have all of his hit points back and,
Okay.
and his debilities cleared. Well, his debility cleared.
Okay, and I'll also gain my health points back.
Yeah, Billy and Ving will regain all their hit points after 1 day, which means you have 2 days to do something if you want
Oh
to.
boy, we sure do.
Do we ever?
What is this thing that you want to do?
Billy is he's like being an annoying assistant in their workroom
Uh-huh.
while they're building the moss thing.
Oh, yeah, Aquaria's
Armature?
Yeah.
armature thing, yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, we're just trying to finish the leg mechanisms for the left leg.
Wow. Can I help?
I don't know. I don't see how you could.
Billy starts rummaging around in the moss piles.
No, don't do that.
This one?
No, that's just, I don't need moss right now. We're trying to remember we're making a metal frame for it.
Oh, I can help you.
All right. Here, why don't you take this? And he gives you like 2 pieces of metal.
Uh-huh.
Just make sure that those don't touch.
Oh. But they want to. I want to touch them.
Don't do it. Don't let them touch.
Okay, I'll be really I'll make sure I'm the guardians of these metals. They will not touch. No, you will not touch.
Starts doing voices
Yeah.
for the metal.
No, you can't touch me. I'm going over here.
And you hear Morris go, all right, there we go. He just starts working again as Billy's walking around with 2 pieces of metal in his hands.
And he's like waving them in front of Tuck's sleeping face. And he's like, I'm going to touch you with them. You can't tell. 'Cause you're asleep. Such a piece of
just
shit.
poke.
Yeah.
And then Tuck goes, oh, listen, your fingers are so cool. Victor starts licking his face.
Elsie.
Elsie.
Oh my God.
You're so wet.
Also, considering the fact that Tuck now cannot dream, that suggests that he is kind of awake right now.
He's sort of semi-conscious, yeah. He'll like wake up and do the John McClane thing where he rips all the IVs.
Oh, yeah.
They'll come in and have to dose him even harder.
Good blue.
Let
me see my wife.
Having to give him higher and higher doses.
Yeah. But Billy, as you're walking around with your medal, making sure that nothing touches, Morris and Perel you see that they're like 80% of the way done to finishing this mechanical body. After 2 days, they're almost there.
I knew it's because these weren't touching.
Very good, Billy.
Thank you.
You made sure they didn't touch.
Yeah.
They never touched once?
No, even when they wanted to, I said, no way.
Incredible. You know what, Billy? Here you go. And he gives you a bag of marbles. Don't tell Tuck and Bing that I gave you these. And make sure you put them in slowly so they don't realize that they're all there at once.
Yeah, so I go do that.
Great. Yeah, and your jar is filled significantly.
It's so full I can't even put the lid on.
Yeah.
But now I'm scared Victor's going to find out.
You hear, like, you see one of the marbles start to roll to the edge and start falling to the floor.
No, I try to catch it.
Like 2d6 plus 6.
It's the highest stakes.
9.
Yeah, as we see the marble start to fall towards the ground, and where Victor is sitting on Tuck, his ears go up.
Oh, yeah.
But poof, Billy
My
catches
little palm. I get it.
and Victor lowers his head and starts licking Tuck's face again.
Yeah, so Billy tiptoes down the hallway.
Billy, why are you tiptoeing right now?
What? I'm walking normally. It's just to not wake Tuck.
You hear pizzicato strings as he's walking.
The page is there like with a harp, like plucking little strings as you sneak.
Tuck's on 4 gallons of oil of Tegot. He's not waking up. That's not why you're tiptoeing. You got a little secret.
No, I don't have a secret.
You know what? Have your secret, Billy.
Okay.
Finn comes over and is like, Billy, I have something for you.
What is it?
It's a slightly bigger jar. Takes it off his belt, hands it to Billy. Here.
Thank you. The new jar. And so Billy this is his new activity. He's just moving the marbles slowly from one to the other.
Mm-hmm. And that's what he spends the last day doing.
Day and a half.
Day and a half.
Whoa, so slow.
He
So
sleeps.
slow.
He has naps in between.
Of course, yeah. Not realizing now that because the jar is bigger, that means that it's longer until he achieves his goal.
And he doesn't
Exactly.
understand that, so when he fills the big jar, he's like, I had more than this. So he empties it, and then it's full again. He's like, what? What am I doing wrong?
The first jar was like a pint. We just keep getting bigger and bigger jars.
Just 2 different sized containers. He's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, Billy's like, am I switcherooing without knowing I'm doing it?
That must be what's happening. All right.
Okay. Now I just got to make sure I do it extra slow.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a thing that will drive Billy fucking crazy.
Yeah, this is his laser.
He's gonna be so angry.
Yeah. He's furious. Like, he wakes up mad. He sleeps like this. Like, he's like, can't figure it out.
Yeah, he's Goodwill Hunting on a chalkboard, but none of it makes sense. Trying to figure out the equation of these 2 fucking jars.
He's gone into their workroom again. This time he doesn't bother Perel and Morris, but he is using chalk. Can't write properly.
They walk up, they're like, you there, what are you writing? Boy, get back here.
He fronts off with a mop and a bunch of overalls. Where'd he get that mop?
Go fuck yourself. Whoa, Jesus, Billy, language.
He's trying to use the mop to figure it out. He's like slamming the marbles with the mop.
Yeah. He's cleaning the floor around the mop because he's like, are they getting lost in the dirt?
It's
Oh,
too
no.
dirty. What's Ving doing for the 2 days? You could do some spout lores. If there's some research you want to do, you could talk to people.
Ooh, I've got this mother of pearl dragon scale that maybe has some magical abilities.
Yeah, I guess we've never I just realized that you could potentially commune with the scale to talk to cerulean depths.
Yeah,
because that's
it's
from
kind of a
that's from
marked up
Siri,
animal.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I could find out more about the sea.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh yeah, I wonder if
Definitely
she's been...
do that.
Okay, I'm going to reach out using the scale to see if Cerulean has any interactions with chimes, which she definitely will.
Yeah.
Commune and whispers with the scale from Siri. I got 5 plus.
Ooh.
Oh,
Plus
shit.
wisdom
But you
is
got-
8.
Oh.
The vision is unclear. So I think even the communion, you feel the connection though it is difficult to make, you feel like a shock as you connect with the spirit of Cerulean Depths. And also, I think Ving has to like shut it off a little bit, because the pure raw power of connecting to a dragon this old and this powerful, like you're like, whoa, I gotta mitigate this connection. I think we see through Ciri's eyes, deep in the depths of the Sea of Graves, her long serpentine, sinewy like body like weaving through the depths of the ocean.
I like that she's.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It must be like almost pitch black down there.
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say that, but she sees in bioluminescent vision, almost like she can see as the water touches things, it lights up shapes and everything. So it's this shimmering, glittering bottom of the ocean, and creatures jittering around, and ghost fish shooting off like a meteor away from her.
That could be like, because she's got those really flowy webbed wings and stuff like that. That could be like how she sees down there.
Totally.
As it grazes the bottom.
Cool. That's so
she disturbs the surfaces.
Yeah.
And they glow.
Yeah, so she's just like swimming along the ocean floor, because that's where she feeds mostly. She's finding like massive abalone. A shell is like the size of like the side of a house. You feel through like the electromagnetic sense that she has, the bioluminescence that she navigates with, that she feels some sort of disturbance, and she swims closer to a grave, which you see buried into the bedrock at the bottom of the ocean. But as she gets closer, the runes start to resolve themselves on the surface of the wardstone, and she sees cracks have begun to form in the pillars.
Connecting the runes in like almost constellation-like images of cracks.
Yeah. Reflected as Ving has seen them night in and night out in the night sky.
Does anything come out of the cracks?
Alice.
Scarf.
Scarf comes out of that. Scarf. There's a red scarf down there.
Scarf. Alice's scarf. Cracks. Alice's scarf. And Tuck.
You cut to Tuck, and he's like, yeah. Alice, what are you doing now?
And I think this is actually what I was thinking. As we see this is the end of day 3. Tuck is like having the last moments of possible dreams. Like the dreaming part of Tuck's brain is disappearing at the end of this sleep. And as where somebody would go and wake from a dream, it just ends for Tuck.
Okay.
And his eyes open.
Can I do one thing?
What depends on what the thing is.
So as like the kind of like the last of like the pieces of my mind that can dream like kind of dissipate, it's just black, basically like empty mind. And then like he sees eyes open and it's Blackspire.
Oh,
because he's connected to him, right? Through the pick. So it kind of just like that shunts in there.
Do you talk to him?
Is that okay?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting.
Isn't this a thing I can always do?
Yeah.
Because the guitar pick is always like underneath his leather bracer.
Yeah. It was a gift that Ving gave him, was like constant sight.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he like, I think it's like he accidentally calls out.
Yeah, maybe it's dream replacement therapy.
Yeah, Tuck's like, no, Alice said Blackspire's here.
Not in front of the dog.
Yeah.
Shoo boy, shoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you are connecting to Blackspire.
Okay.
You see like 2 circles of light, which you realize are being seen through the eyes of your dragon bro.
Okay. So he's just looking around.
He feels you connect. He's like, Tuck.
Blackspire.
Oh,
my noble steed.
What? Yeah, you're my noble steed. What's up, bro?
Sorry, dude. I'm really fucked up. They gave me so much oil of tag.
No, that sounds so much cooler than bro. What's up, noble steed?
Well, noble steed, I've had a lot of adventures, and I've missed you every second of every day.
I miss you every day too, man.
I will never forgive Oleander for not letting you on that ship.
I don't even, you know what? I did the math myself, and I think if I know how to math, and I do, I could have fit on that boat for sure.
Yeah, 100%. You could have.
So what brings you to my mind, Palace?
I was just asleep and I felt you. I felt you out in the darkness and I reached out and I found you.
Yeah, I'm just here in the lab, just chilling out.
How are things at the library?
Oh, it's fine. They're feeding me a lot of stuff. I gotta say, and I never thought I would say this, I'm getting pretty cooped up.
What?
I'm just kind of like bored, man. I'm hanging out with all these nerds all the time.
What do you look like now?
Oh, just a sec. And you see him start to move and a bunch of librarians get knocked out of the way.
Tuck laughs really hard.
Excuse me, nerds.
I also like that when they hear him go like, Tuck, and then they're like, and they have an alarm. And like, he's communing with Tuck. We have to get. He's not going to pay attention to anything in the room.
Everybody get out.
They're like, send a runner for Farah.
He's in one of his moods.
Oh my gosh.
And he like shoulders his way through, and you do realize he's gotten a bit bigger for sure.
Uh-huh.
And he looks into a shiny piece of metal that they have put in here because he kept clearly forcing his way towards reflective surfaces. So like he wants to look at himself, I guess, at some point. And he looks shape-wise much the same that you remember him, but a bit bulkier.
Mhm.
Like he's larger. And his black scales are now like streaked with white almost. There are
Cool.
like lines of white scales that have formed on his body.
Dude, you look fucking sick.
No, it's highlights. You like it?
I love
I frosted my tips.
Yeah, and the little spikes on his head look like frosted tips.
frosted tips.
Just the tips of the spikes. Yeah, I frosted them. I'm all frosted now.
He like pushes his hair down and it's like a little emo kind of. He like whips his hair. He does the emo whip.
Yeah, I'm looking pretty cool. Oh, you want to see something sick?
Yeah.
And he like hunches down on his massive, because his front legs are huge,
Yeah.
like bulky biceps. And you see as he starts to hunch down, all of the librarians in the room are like, fucking move. And
They're like cartoon, like slipping over the papers and stuff.
exactly. Somebody fought like cartoon, like legs
Yeah.
pinwheel through the air, throws a bunch of papers in the air.
The guy with the German accent.
Yeah. The zoologist.
Yeah.
Everybody out.
He is preparing to do this thing.
And they all run out. And he looks to his big head moves to the side. And you see like shutters come down on entrances. And he opens his mouth and he starts like tensing all of his muscles.
Whoa.
Like you remember how and it looks like he's trying to expel his like magma breath.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And there's like a clink, 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 clink.
Yeah, as his scales start to
Scales all,
align.
like,
Yeah.
flap up.
And you see the sunstone scales start to illuminate a little
Whoa.
bit. And he
Oh,
opens his
cool.
mouth and he, here it comes. Here we go. Check it out.
I'm gonna shoot.
And then you just see, pa! And it's not that impressive, but a flash of light comes from inside his
Ooh.
mouth,
Whoa.
like a flashbulb breaking.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Did you fucking see that?
Yeah, I did. That's fucking rad, dude.
That's new. I can't do the magma thing anymore, which I'm kind of bummed about. But now whenever I try and barf magma, that happens.
That's so awesome.
Watch. I'll do it again.
Do it again.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
clink,
Here
clink,
I
clink,
go. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Such a little. And some of the scientists have come back in the room and they have like black like welders goggles
Yeah, black
basically.
glass.
And they've got like the little like flash burns on their face.
Oh yeah, it is pretty potent.
Yeah.
I like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, and they're in there with like different kinds of rock.
Mhm.
Like they're trying to hypercharge sunstone and see how it like maybe they have
There are sunstone like hanging from the ceilings.
Oh,
In
yeah.
different things, because clearly he's been doing this for a little bit now, and
Uh-huh.
they're using it to charge sunstone
cool.
in the room.
And we see like as I see him like looking around, I see there's a bunch of sketches of him in the Draw Me Like One of Your French Girls. Because whenever he notices someone drawing him, he moves into
does
that
a
pose.
And they're trying to get like clean zoological like diagrams of him, but he keeps doing poses.
There's his like from behind and him like peeking around.
The Instagram shot.
He's looking over his shoulder with a claw over his lips, like,
Yeah.
I got an injection in my lips.
this must be having a dragon in the library must have blown the study of them wide open.
Yeah.
Where they're like, they're
Yeah.
fucking smart. Because every time we try to draw him, he starts doing stuff.
Smart.
Yeah.
Every time Tuck sees the word smart, it's in quotation marks.
Yeah. He's clearly intelligent, but he's not smart. you
Yes,
know what
yes,
I mean?
Yeah.
They also play, like, there's tons of music bottles because they're always playing music for him.
Yes. Yeah. It's the only way to keep him like pacified.
Oh, yeah.
He, like he said, he's getting fucking bored.
And it's like druidic death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his favorite, they found out.
It's like Zane is in there all the time. Is Zane in the room?
I think Zane's in the
there.
room.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones wearing the goggles. He's like,
Just
fucking so sick.
Flash burn to
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Like,
Hair's spiked back.
Yeah.
It's just permanently now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuck, you see Zane, the teenager that you spoke with, the former, or I guess current vessel for the Icon of Wrath.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Is the Sunstone Flashes having an impact on him?
Oh, actually, maybe he would not be in there during that. He comes back in later.
He's behind a shield.
Yeah, if Blackspire is doing any sort of Sunstone related stuff, Zane is not in the room.
Is there anything we want to tell Farah?
We ran into Mother Never Was.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
How do I get fucking...
How would you get this information to her?
Through Zane? Through Black Crunch? I mean, through Black Spear?
Zane
Black
can't.
Spire?
Zane can't understand Blackspire in that way.
Does anyone in the library... Can anybody...
No,
Back.
it's just you guys.
Shit.
Technically, it's just Ving,
Yeah.
and then Ving makes it possible for you to understand.
Okay.
Or it could even be a thing where you like, it would take a long time.
Yeah.
If you're like, okay, Blackspire, take your claw, line down, now do a circle, now do a squiggly shape.
Yeah.
And get him to like write a message.
Can
to
I
it.
coach him through like just scratching out onto the ground with his claws?
Ooh.
Hi, Farah. It's Tuck.
Tits.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah, there is a misspelling where it says hi Farah, tits Tuck.
You can just leave it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. So do you write hi Farah, it's Tuck?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes about 25 minutes. And then the librarians come back in and go, what?
And then I just tell Blackspire, I was like, make sure Farah sees this, okay? This is important.
Yeah, okay, great. I don't know what this says, but I will make sure that she looks at this thing that I did.
Make sure she looks at it. She's smart. She'll get it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, cool.
Hey, tell everybody I also miss them. And I just wish that I could be out there fucking on an adventure with you guys right now.
I wish you were here too. It was one of the greatest betrayals of my life that you are not here with us.
You know what, man? All right, I don't want to. Okay, hey, get in close. Make sure you're listening really hard right now.
I lean in the empty negative space that now exists in Doug's head.
What if I broke out of here?
You should. 100%. Doug doesn't even take a breath. Oh, you should break out and come find us, okay?
Definitely good boy.
All you have to do is get to Wickport, steal a ship, and sail across the Sea of Graves.
Okay.
You can do it.
I think I could do that.
Look at me. Look at your reflection.
Okay, he looks in the reflection into his own eyes.
And he says, and then Tuck says, you can do this, Blackspire. Don't let anybody stand in your way. Kill them if you have to.
I'm going to break out of here. And it's going to be fucking sick.
Kill every librarian. Burn the place to the ground.
Okay,
Just
well,
get out.
no, look, these guys are pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I want to be clear. Just make sure the stakes are clear. Do you want me to kill everybody in here?
Yes. Tuck says, if it gets you back to me, I would burn the world to the ground, okay? Blackspire?
I'm not going to kill everybody.
Okay. Do whatever you feel is right.
I don't think they could actually stop me if I tried to leave.
Okay.
If I'm being totally honest. I think that I've been kind of taking it for granted, the fact that I'm way stronger than everybody in this place.
Okay. And then Tuck goes, I need you to write another message underneath the first one.
Okay. And he like shuffles back and knocks over a table.
And then I coach him again for another like 45 to 65 to 75 minutes through like scratching out another message that says, bring back Blackspire to me or else.
Okay, is this going to be like inflammatory or anything like that?
Nah, she'll love it.
All right, great.
She'll love it.
She'll love this. And then I go, I actually need you to write one more thing. And then I get him to scratch beneath it. War is coming. Bad.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. The whole message says, hi, Farah, tits, Tuck.
Yeah.
Bring Blackspire back to me or else war is coming. Bad.
And then he goes, fuck.
Threatening. That sounds pretty threatening.
It's pretty threatening. It sounds like we're bringing her a war.
And then he puts a happy face at the bottom of it to try and communicate tone.
A colon and then a bracket.
Yeah. He does the text version of a happy face.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So this is going to clearly convey the message that you want conveyed?
And then he goes, okay, one more thing. And then he after another 25 minutes.
This is why it takes 3 days to heal.
After another 25 minutes, it says, never was. Okay. Is it still unclear? Mother never was. Okay. Sorry. And then, okay, below it says, high spear. War. And then a guy says, what's the last thing I should put on here, guys?
Well, we were going to tell her about Mother Never Was.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
And then it says, okay, so underneath he puts, GM is afraid of never was. Yeah.
Okay. So
the lab is fucked right now.
It's destroyed. Blackspire's knocked over everything in the room.
The letters are really big too, because Blackspire writes like a child.
Yeah.
It's got big hands.
Yeah.
Hi, Farah, tits tuck. Bring Blackspire to me, or war is coming bad.
Or else.
War is coming bad. Smiley face. Never was. And then mother crammed in above never was. GM is afraid of never was.
Yeah.
High spear.
High spear. War.
Love tuck.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then I do a heart at the end to just try and drive the tone home.
Great.
Okay.
3 X's. No hugs for some reason.
Just the X's.
Too hard.
I draw a dick for good measure at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay, great. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, cool.
I think they'll help you get to me now.
I sure hope so.
And if they don't, you need to kill everyone and break out of there.
Well, I hope to talk to you again soon. I hope you come back to my brain.
I love you. I will come back.
And then your eyes open.
And when I open my eyes, the fragments of coin in my chest are glowing so bright.
Whoa.
Like the ones in his,
Yeah.
when he was doing the sunstone thing. Cool.
You wake up and you see like the end of the glow.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, whoa, what? And then your eyes are open and your debility is gone. And
Nice.
this is your ability to dream.
And back to 26 hit points.
Good
All your
lord.
hit points are back.
Sick.
So, I mean, first things first, Tuck, you come out of the room that you were drugged in for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And where do we find the rest of the party?
Are we making more oil of Daggett? What
Yeah,
do
we
we have to
are.
do?
Oh,
Making
yeah.
more
We're boiling it up.
Yeah.
There's a page there with a recipe book, and we're like, and we're all like, it looks like we've been slaving around.
Yeah, we're
the
really
kitchen
sweaty
for-
because it's really humid.
So you look up from your Taggett operation and you see Tuck emerging from the room looking pretty good.
He's dragging himself down the hallway because his bottom half is still paralyzed, basically.
There's an IV stick behind him.
Yeah.
Attached to him still.
Whoa, are you okay now?
I'm okay now. I'm all better.
Unhook you here, pal.
There's like 6 bags of IVs that he's just dragging behind him that he just didn't bother to pull out.
Great. So you all come back together and, are you guys talking to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We're always talking together.
I'd tell you guys that I talked to Blackspire.
Yeah.
So is he on his way then?
I hope so. I hope he kills every librarian in there.
Oh my gosh.
I hope your note was legible.
I think it was really clear. I told Farah everything that was going on with
Did you?
us. All of this stuff.
I can't
It's
believe
almost like you forgot what our quest was, Tuck.
Yeah, it was really clear. Anyway, what have you guys been up to?
Not murky at all, like your fucking thing, Ving.
I had a secret project. I tell them about the marbles. I don't know. The math isn't mathing up.
Oh, you're telling us to get help with it?
Mhm.
Okay, well, Billy, I appreciate that you did tell us about this. Because you remember, we're not allowed to keep secrets. Surprises are good, secrets are bad.
I also like that you attempted to do it on your own.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
fun too.
That is good. I will say that I appreciate your honesty so much. I'm going to let you keep all the marbles
Oh, yes.
that Perel gave you.
Yes.
And as a
And-
reward, here's a bigger jar
Billy cries. No,
to hold more marbles.
not the jar.
I'm so hungry.
When do I get to use the marbles?
This is becoming like not a good thing.
Yeah, you're kind
This
of
is
torturing
backfiring,
Billy
yeah.
a little bit.
I tell them most Cerulean of the depths and the cracking of the graves.
Well, that's not good.
Do you think the storm is trying to destroy the graves so it can be stronger? Like, you know, when wind blows unobstructed?
If it's a magical storm and it gets rid of the ward stone, possibly.
Oh, shit, right.
Ooh.
They're a ward stone, too.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, that is a problem.
They might be containing the storm to the sea. What if without the graves, the storm is unleashed and increased across the entire planet?
I thought you already did that. Remember?
I'm the problem.
I thought we weren't going to bring it up anymore, Tuck. I thought he already feels bad enough about it already.
I thought
He seems to have forgotten it, though, Billy.
we were just driving images for fans to paint. I thought that was
Draw this!
Draw this.
this is the motivation of most of our moves.
We cut back to when Ving threw the storm out of the Sea of Graves, and we didn't hear it because of the sound of
Yeah,
the
I just saw
storm.
his mouth go.
They went, draw this.
Yes.
Yeah. What else is in the sea? What else is contained there?
Lillian.
Well, Lillian is the storm, right?
So she brings down the ward stone that keeps her prison.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Did you guys forget that the blood moon Lillian is buried
Yes.
in a tomb beneath the Sea of Graves?
Shit. Yeah, that's kind of a wild card, too, because if she gets out, she could either attack us, because humans killed Rian, or she could go for the Gibbous man, because he locked her away. Or she could go for Chimes, because Chimes also locked her away.
Opening Lillian's box is a real Pandora's box.
Yeah.
It really is.
It absolutely is.
We have no idea what will come out.
You want to keep that cat in the bag.
If that's what Chimes is dealing with, I feel like he might not have time to help us.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's dealing with his ex.
He's our uncle who's dealing with his toxic
With his
ex.
ex-wife.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You're all sort of like marooned right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're in between all of these things that you need to address.
Uh-huh.
You don't know what to do next. And you hear a knocking down the hallway.
We go down the hall.
And as you walk down the hallway, you hear another faint knock at the door that went to Nathaniel's room. And you walk up to the door, and all of the rooms have these like little brass plates beside them. And like Nathaniel's used to say like guest bedroom.
And Tuck's like, Perel probably got himself stuck in there again.
And as you approach, I think Ving, you notice as Tuck is going right, beelining for the room that Nathaniel used to be in for some reason.
Mhm.
Maybe hopeful.
He's back.
Oh, thank God.
He licks his lips.
And Billy's skittering after. Ving, you notice that the brass plate next to the door now says, hither and yon. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh, fuck yeah.
What?
I'm your Game Master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me as always, Tacoma Dome, the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
So long, everybody.
Ving, the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Take care.
And Fat Billy, the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
Goodbye.
Oh, this is the first one we've recorded since Mallbrats has come out and
Oh.
since all that shit.
Right.
Number one Uncharitable, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to give a quick give a
Wow.
quick thank you so much to all of you for all of your support during the launch of Mallbrats, which is now available anywhere you get your podcasts. We were, for a brief, beautiful period in time, the #1 comedy fiction podcast in Canada.
Mhm.
The #1.
And guys, Canada's huge.
Pretty big.
I think it's based on landmass.
It stores so many podcasts in it.
There's so many servers here.
Yeah.
Mallbrats is going to be releasing on an alternate schedule to Spout Lore, so every week you're going to get some hot, fresh content from your friends at Spout Lore Studios. And Mallbrats is available in its most intense form also on Patreon.
Mhm.
You can get years worth of Mallbrats content, 2 seasons of a show at patreon.com/spoutlore or spoutlore.com/moneyplease. And thank you to Aaron Reed for our intro and outro music, which you can find all of the music produced for the show on Spotify and all of Aaron's original music at aaronreed.bandcamp.com. Thank you so much, finally, to all of you for listening. We'll see you next time.
And so ends the tale of adventures three who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be light, not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout lore.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
Space Podity,
an actual play D&D Spelljammer podcast. In Space Podity, 4 adventurers visit the worlds and vex the GMs of other actual play shows. Keep listening for a sneak peek, and please subscribe so you don't miss the first episodes, set in the campaign of the long-running Dungeons & Dragons podcast.
Acting Captain's Log. We've crashed our flying birdbath mansion. Long story. The party of groundling adventurers on board is kind and heroic, but untrusting, and is staring at me. It consists of a traumatized minotaur.
You want to say traumatized?
A spooky Aasimar child.
I'm an adult
An
now.
adult Aasimar child, whom I suspect to be enthralled by a hidden power, and the most headstrong elf I have ever met. And that includes Rascalgar, the cataclysmically reckless, from the former Erogenon Zed.
Sounds fun.
Also, the mansion's kitchens are out of ale.
How am I going to function?
Space Podity. Find us wherever your podcasts are.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.